Friends, good morning. This is Murali Krishna, Department of Chemistry, DBS Engineering College, KAVALI. Already we discussed about some important models in periodic table. Today also you can discuss some important models. Look here. Which one of the following is not a representative elements? Friends, what is the meaning of representative elements? Generally, the periodic table having the S black, P black, D black and F black elements. Except zero group elements, the S and P black elements are always called as the representative elements. So look here, sodium, chromium, calcium, boron is given. So sodium is a representative element because it is S black element. Calcium is a representative element and boron is a representative element. But where in the case of chromium is not present in this black element. So that's why boron is non-representative elements. Second one, most of the radioactive elements are given in. Friends, in periodic table, most of the radioactive elements is always present in bottom of the elements like actinides and then lanthanides. Among these two, actinides having the much more of radioactive elements comparing with the lanthanides. Next one, variable valence is exhibited by. It is also given like which one of the elements can exhibiting the more valency. But here first one is non-metals, metal elements and then transition elements and normal metals. Friends, generally in periodic table, most of the elements can exhibiting the valency in transition elements because the transition elements, the electrons is always a transfer from one orbital to the another orbital within the orbitals. So that's why transition elements can exhibiting the more valencies. Similarly, the transition elements can exhibiting the different types of characteristics. They should exhibiting the catalytic nature, they should exhibiting the color nature, they can form the different types of complex compounds, they can exhibiting the various oxidation states. So they can have the much more of the characteristics where in the case of transition metals. So another one, which one of the following is not correct in the order of the radius? Friends, look here. Generally, anion is more radius comparing with atom. Atom is more radius comparing with the cation. So based on this formula, iodine ion is greater radius comparing with iodine atom. Iodine atom is more radii comparing with iodine cation. So B is the right answer. So which of the following is the correct order for screening power of orbitals? Look here. Generally in the periodic table, the number of inner electrons which is present in inner shells very more than the screening capacity of the elements is always increases. Based on the nature of that formula, the S orbital is more penetrating power comparing with P orbital. P orbital is more than D orbital. D orbital is more than F orbital. So that's why the screening power of the composition is nothing but S is greater than P, P is greater than D, D is greater than F is the right answer. Look, what is the right answer of the penetration power? Similarly, screening power is like penetration power. When an element is always more valency electrons penetrated very more in the inner shells. So that's why the S orbital is more penetrating power than P, P is more than D, D is more than F. So that's why C is the right answer. S is greater than P, P is greater than D, D is greater than F. Look, which one is used to calculate the electronegativity values? Friends, in the periodic table, generally the electronegativity of elements is always calculated by using the Pauling scale. Look here, Pauling scale is one of the most important scale to determination of the electronegativity. And also, the electronegativity is always determined by the reference atom. That reference atom is nothing but the hydrogen atom. So, D is the right answer. Look here, X minus A minus XB is equal to 0.208 into root of delta. By using of this formula, you can calculate the electronegativity of an elements in periodic table. Another one. Find the correct order of the following capacity. Or find the correct order of oxidizing capacity. When increasing the size of the atom, the oxidation capacity is always decreases, where in the case of halides. Look here, fluorine is greater than chlorine, is greater than bromine, is greater than iodine. It is the right answer comparing with other options. Next one. In periodic table, what is meaning of the hydration enthalpy? The hydration enthalpy is directly proportional to 1 by ionic size and then proportional to nuclear charge. So, hydrogen enthalpy is directly proportional to nuclear charge as well as 1 by ionic charge. So that's why C is the right answer. A and B is right for hydration enthalpy of any element in the periodic table. Look here. A gaseous state plus E gives rise to A minus plus E. It means what? A is an element can gaining the electron. It forms anion with some energy. But what is the meaning of E? So look here. In periodic table, any element is accept the electron to form an anion. It's called as electron affinity. Electron affinity means gaining of the electron, it forms anion. So look. So now E is nothing but first electron affinity is the right answer because it gaining one electron. Suppose it gain two electrons, it is called as second electron affinity. So these are the some of the models which is present in periodic table. Again, you can meet with some models in periodic table. Thank you very much.